Hello and welcome. Yeah, my dog's really excited right now to be here or to be out there looking at people walking around. So she's kind of rambunctious right now. So I'm going to pull up my page just because YouTube has been the one that doesn't really show up for me, or I've done a whole class on YouTube and it didn't come up. So anyway, so I like to check my channel and just make sure that I'm live before I actually start teaching. Just making sure I'm going to be live here. That's it. So glad you're here tonight. The yoga class is called Tone It Up Yoga. So there's a few poses that should help us build some tone in our bodies, hopefully. And so I'm hoping that I'm live. It says I'm streaming, but I don't see it here live, so let's see. So that probably means I'm not. Oh, no, I am. Okay. Okay. Yay. Okay. And you can hear me. So, okay, that's good. All right. Well, I'll keep the computer window open, the screen open so that I can see any comments coming in. And I'm excited about tonight's class. I think it'll be really good. So, all right, so go ahead and make your way. Find an easy seated pose here. We're going to just start to warm up the body by taking some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just sigh that out. If you're kind of where I'm at in my day, I've already worked all day, I've eaten dinner, and now I'm ready to strengthen and stretch. So I'm just checking one more place to make sure that I'm live because it just doesn't look like it to me. And this is what happened last time. I apologize for doing this, but I'm just not used to I just don't see it. And this is what happened last time. I'm just not used to, I guess, YouTube very much. Oh, there it is. Okay, yay, sorry. Okay, good, here we go. Okay, now for real. For realsy, okay, sorry. We're gonna take in another deep inhale in through the nose. I'm gonna sigh out the mouth. Just let that go. And just notice how the body responds to that breath. Inhale in, exhale, sighing out the breath. We're gonna dip the chin down toward the chest, lengthen the back of the neck, and start to feel like these are called the traps here, trapezius muscles. Start to stretch and lengthen. We're gonna dip the head to the left and feel the left side stretch. Man, it's cold in here. But I bet it's warm outside. We're gonna dip the chin down and then take our right ear toward our right shoulder. Starting to feel this muscle stretching here. Good, you're doing good. All right. We're gonna begin to roll shoulders up, back, and down. Good. It's nice to have you here, welcome. And then rolling the other way. And as you roll this way, just squeeze the shoulder blades together, up and forward. Squeeze them back, so I'm squeezing them back, up and forward. So it's almost like the shoulder blades are massaging the muscles on either side of the spine here. Yeah, good. Once again, we're gonna dip the right ear toward the right shoulder. Deep inhale, let the belly fill up here. Exhale, send the crown of the head to the sky. And then dip the other ear to the other shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. I think I must store a lot of tension in my own neck. So just take something that feels really nice, for you today. And beginning to set our intention. Okay, once again, rolling the shoulders back, up and back. And rolling the other way. Good. And we're going to start to get into the torso here, into kind of rolling the sits bones on the floor in a circle. And as you do, it starts to stretch the sides of the ribs. Yeah. Oh, back is popping, and that was wonderful. And then you're going to circle the other direction. Oh, and that happens. If you have air trapped in your tummy, this pose a lot of times will cause the air to come up and out. And I think like, wow, I've had that trapped in my body all day long. Or maybe it was just from your last meal. All right. And we're going to send the palms behind the body here with the fingertips, if it's comfortable for you, toward the body. Yeah. And send the shoulders back away from the ears. Feel like your spine is tall, pressing into the sits bones into the floor. Press your like outside of the feet into the floor. Just really lift up out of the floor. Feel that connection between the feet and the mat. Maybe the knees start to move toward the mat. Feeling a stretch in your wrists and forearms. And then we're going to turn the fingertips out to the sides. And then turning the fingertips back away from the body. Good. Maybe moving from side to side. Good. All right. And then walking the hands back. And in front of the heart here, in front of the legs, and walking the hands out away from the body. Hey girl, what's up? Come here. Yeah, you're good. So thinking of your intention for your practice. I experience love wherever I go is an example. My income is constantly increasing. That could be another. Walk the hands back. I am willing to forgive. We're going to switch which leg is on top and walk the hands back out. So feeling this stretch in the hips here. You can sit on a pillow or something to lift the hips up if that's more comfortable for you. And then walking the hands back. Very nice. All right. So as you can see, the camera is kind of zoomed out. So we're to tone it up, we need to warm it up, definitely. So we're gonna warm it up, but first we're gonna start to feel a little cozy. So we're just starting to get into the body. So walking the palms away from the body, fingertips toward the body, beginning to shift the knees from side to side, making half moon circles on kind of the back of the hips here. All right. And then coming to center, walking the feet back toward the body with the heels not quite underneath the knees, so just a little bit out away from the knees. I'm going to take a deep inhale here, and then as we exhale, we're going to lift the hips up, only going up as far as you're comfortable, keeping the chin tucked toward the chest, not on the chest, but just where it's not hanging back. So we're not hanging our neck backward, and then lower down. And if you come up just a few inches, that's fine too. I mean, you don't have to go all the way up into reverse tabletop. All right, and then we're gonna come over onto hands and knees to regular tabletop. Inhale, sinking the abdomen. Exhale, rounding the spine, opening the back of the heart here. Cat-cowing the spine, sinking this with your breath. And then finding a neutral spine. And beginning to circle the torso over the mat. Making bigger and bigger circles as you get into the hips here. Kind of being expressive and creative in your pose. And then make those circles a little bit smaller and smaller. And then begin to circle the other direction. If your wrists are getting tired, you're always welcome to come up on your knuckles, making fists and coming up on the knuckles. Good job. You're doing a really good job. Keep it up. Starting to feel into the hips here. Good. Bigger and bigger circles. Thinking of your intention for your practice. You can use any of the examples that I had provided, or you can come up with something of your own that just sits well with you, that really feels right. The examples I gave are, I experience love wherever I go. My income is constantly increasing. I am willing to forgive. And those are just examples. There's so many. I am loved unconditionally. I am valuable. I am important. Lots of good intentions. Okay, coming to neutral tabletop, tucking the toes under, and then on your next exhale, we're going to send the hips to the sky. So press your palms into the mat, your toes into the mat, the hips lift. So the knees can stay bent here. This is our first down dog of our practice. So you can begin to walk the dog, sending one heel to the floor and then the other. If you're joining me here on YouTube, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. All right, and we're going to take our gaze between our thumbs and walk forward all the way to the front of the mat as my ankles pop. Yeah. All right, so then we're going to practice halfway up. So halfway up is, you'll see halfway up done a lot of the times like this, with the fingertips still on the floor, and that may be more of an advanced pose. So it may be more accessible to have your hands on your shins, knees, or thighs and have your heart come forward and you start to feel the muscles in your low back get strong. I went to the chiropractor about a year ago and they did like some test on my muscle testing or something. Exhale, rounding down. We're going to bend our knees, sink our hips here. Inhale up with a flat back. Arms can be out to the side or forward if you like, and come all the way to standing, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. And so my chiropractor told me that I have super strong muscles right here on either side of my spine. And it's got to be that halfway up. It's that I'm not afraid to say, no, my limitations are inhaling up, exhale, forward fold. So my limitations, I was not able to do this for the longest time, coming to halfway up with my hands still on the floor. So I wasn't ashamed to put my hands and rest my hands here. And so what that really did, it allowed my body to develop really nice, strong muscles in my back, mid-back here. And exhale, roll down. We're gonna plant the hands around the feet. You're welcome to use blocks here if you'd like. I'll use blocks on the lowest setting just to demonstrate, and it's nice because it gives you a nice flat surface too, big enough for your hands, at least with more surface area than like on this side here. So, all right, we're gonna step back with the right foot, so meeting in runner's lunge. So in runner's lunge, you can keep your knee up. For beginners, you may want to have your knee down on the floor. So just listen to your body and see what feels right for you. So this is a hip opener, starting to get into the hips. Inhaling and exhaling. And let's go ahead and do that. Let's all come down, bringing our knee down, pointing the back toe. Let's bring those blocks up if you have them, maybe even on the highest setting. So this is the highest setting on your block, and it's got two other settings, medium and low. And then we're going to begin to walk the blocks back. And as we do, let the front toes come off of the mat. So the front foot will be on its heel and then coming back. So this is our kind of like starting to open the hips, getting into kind of like a modified version of splits here. And exhale forward, and inhale, walk back, exhale forward. This feels not so good if you don't have a blanket or something cushy under the knees. So it's okay, you can go grab a blanket real quick. And we'll definitely use it in our yoga practices. I'm just starting to get into that front hip. So that when I say front hip, that front leg, that's the left leg. So the left hip. And coming back forward. Good. Nice job. Placing the blocks to the side, planting the hands back around that front foot, tucking the back toes, lifting the back knee. Planting your right hand underneath your right shoulder and inhale the left arm up to the sky. So now we're facing away from each other. If it's too much to have your knee up, you can have your knee down. So just listen to your body and make sure, it's okay. Like with the story of my back, I wouldn't have developed those muscles had I just tried to go straight to the full expression of halfway up. Exhale the hand down, placing it around the outside of the left foot. Bring the knee back down, point to the back toes, and then we're going to bring the left hand on the inside of the left foot here. Good. All right. Now we're going to tuck those toes once again, lift back, and then plant that heel down. Inhale the right arm up. Good. Doing a good job here. Exhale, maybe send the hips up to the sky. Inhaling back, getting into that other hip, the right hip. This can be a small movement. It can just be here, here, here. You can use your block if you prefer. Or you can stay grounded here. Maybe reaching the fingertips up and over. And bring the right hand down. Left hand goes on the outside of the left foot. Turn on the back toes. And we're going to slide the front foot back, meeting in plank. So you can already tell we're starting to tone up our arms. Knees are welcome here if you'd like. Roll shoulders back and down. Gazes in front of the fingertips about 3 feet or a meter. And when you're ready, lower down. Point the toes. Inhale, peel the chest away from the mat. So this is another pose. It's called Cobra, that really strengthens your back muscles. You can come up higher if you like, or you can stay lower. Just kind of see what feels best for you here in this Cobra pose. Tuck the toes under, send the hips up, and we're going to send the hips back to the heels. Shift the heels from side to side. The hips, shift to the hips from side to side. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat. On your next inhale, come up to tabletop. And we have our toes tucked, so we're going to press our way up to downward facing dog. You got it. All right. I'm going to inhale the right foot up to the sky. And on your next exhale, draw the navel in toward the spine. Draw the knee toward the nose. It doesn't have to touch. Inhale the leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee toward the nose. Inhale the leg up. Exhale, knee toward the nose. We're going to do 2 more. All right, that's 2. And then we're going to send the leg back up and then exhale, sweep that leg up, placing it between the hands. Now, if it doesn't get there all the way, that's okay. Just scoot that foot on up. Whew. Now we're in runner's lunge on the other side. We're going to kick off of those back toes, shifting the weight forward, stepping up. Meeting in forward fold. Walk the knees one at a time here, getting into the hips. On your next inhale, we're gonna raise to halfway up. So remember, halfway up is going to where is right for you. If this is right for you, then that's wonderful. If this is right for you, that's wonderful too. And then exhale, forward fold, bending knees, sinking hips. Inhale, sweeping the arm up all the way, palms touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good job. All right, and just shake that out. Yeah, we're toning it up. Toning. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands forward fold. Inhale to halfway up or half lift, however you like to say it. Exhale, planting the hands around the feet. Let your head hang gently. The crown of the head is pointed toward the floor. Take the nose, pointing it from side to side, pointing it from one upper arm to the other. Nodding the head yes. And if you have questions about yoga, and I know as we're doing yoga together, you can't really ask questions because you're doing yoga, and that's fine. So we're going to take the blocks, maybe place them on the lowest setting here, and then step back with the left foot. Good. Meeting in high runner's lunge, taking a nice deep breath here. So I guess what I mean by I know we're probably doing, what I'm trying to get to is I know we're probably doing yoga together, but if you have a question that comes up, you're either welcome to just take a break and ask your question now, or if you like, at the end of the class, I'd be happy to stick around just a bit and, be available for some questions if you have any. All right, we're going to take those blocks and bring them up to their highest setting and begin to walk the blocks back. And as you walk back, your right toes will come away from that and point toward the ceiling or the wall or wherever it's natural. So we're not trying to control those front toes. We're just being nice and natural here and taking in a deep breath. And exhale, walk forward. Inhaling, walking the blocks back. Exhaling, walking the blocks forward. Yeah. And think of your intention, whatever that may be. I am beautiful. That's another good intention. I am beautiful. We use that a lot in my pranayama classes. Okay. Remember this, I've done this without a blanket and it doesn't feel awesome when I don't have one. So on my knee, so it's a good idea to have a blanket there for you. Okay. All right, we got this. All right, we're gonna move the blocks just out of reach or just away off the mat. Planting the left hand underneath the left shoulder, maybe coming up on the back toes. We're going to inhale the right arm up to the sky. Very nice. And breathing. See if you can lift out from the core here. So breathe in as you exhale. Press your feet into the mat. Have some integrity in the spine and the muscles around the spine. Not just collapsing into the hand. Maybe you don't even need the hand. What? Sorry. All right. We're going to bring the top hand down. Bring the knee down. And we're going to place the right hand on the inside of that right leg. Yeah. And then if you'd like, you can bring your knee up and away and then plant the left heel down on the floor. So now your two heels, if you notice, they're kind of in one line here. And then we're going to inhale the left arm up to the sky. Good. Ooh, this is a challenge, y'all. What in the world? So you can use blocks. And you can exhale, straightening the front leg. If you'd like, you don't have to do that. But if you want to. And you're welcome to not even do this. If this isn't for you today, then you can skip it. Meeting in child's or downward dog or whatever's right for you. Or if you'd like to move even further, you can add like a bind or a twist here with the top arm. So that's why yoga is so beautiful, so wonderful, because you can customize it completely so that it works for you today. On your next exhale, bring your top hand down, replace your right hand on the outside of the right foot, turn on your back toes, slide the front foot back. And so what's right for you today may not be right for you tomorrow as you get stronger, or sometimes we need to back it off. Rolling shoulders back and down, taking your gaze in front of your fingertips, just about 3 feet or a meter or so. Breathe. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, keep them hugged in toward the chest and lower. Knees are welcome there. Point the toes, inhale, peeling the chest away from the mat. Coming up to cobra. Good job. As you're pressing into your palms, make sure to press into your knuckles at the base of your fingers. And this time we're going to send the hips back to the heels without tucking our heels, meeting in child's pose. Maybe your head comes down to the mat. Maybe you shift the hips from side to side, shifting. And when you're ready, take a deep inhale and exhale. Press up to tabletop, tuck the toes under. Exhale, send the hips to the sky. Good. All right. Here, let's shift the hips from side to side once again. We're going to inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring that knee toward the nose. Inhale the leg up. Exhale the knee toward the nose. Pay attention to your palms. Make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide. 2 more. And 1 more. Inhale your left leg back up to the sky. Exhale, take your gaze between your thumbs as you shift your shoulders forward. Sweep your leg between your hands. And if it doesn't quite make it, that's okay. Just walk that foot up slowly here. Good. And this might feel a little bit nicer because we've already stretched this side out. All right, we're going to shift our weight forward, kick off of those back toes, and step up. Good. Inhaling to halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. You're doing so awesome. All right. You can have a block here. We're going to add just a twist here. So you can add your block, send your left palm on top of that block. You can have whatever setting works for you. And inhale the right arm up. And then you can begin to bend the left knee so we get into this right hip. Good job. On your next exhale, we're going to replace the hand that's on the block. Inhale the left arm up, bend the right knee so your left leg is straight, your left arm is up, and you're starting to stretch into the left hip. And think of your intention. I experience love wherever I go. I'm willing to forgive. I am important and valuable. My income is constantly increasing. Those are just some examples. As you exhale, bring your hand down, forward folding, removing blocks. Inhale back up to halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees here, sink the hips as much as you'd like. And then on your next exhale, we're gonna bring the arms up as we meet in chair pose. So chair pose can even be here, it's fine. Just don't want to round in the spine, you wanna lift the heart. On your exhales, draw the navel in toward the spine. On the inhales, release that. And then on the exhales, maybe even squeeze the pelvic floor. Good. On your next exhale, we'll sweep the hands out, straightening the legs, bringing hands up into heart center. Very nice. We've done some good work already. All right, so we'll just shake that out. Bringing hands to heart center. We're gonna step back with the right foot. So practicing warrior one. I know we do a lot of warrior ones, especially in our morning practice, but I wanted to come to share an option in warrior one for beginners. So warrior one, your front knee is bent, your back leg is straight, your heels are offset like they're on railroad tracks. So this is traditional warrior one, and your arms are up to the sky. Hey. Yo, what's up? Nothing. I have a visitor. All right. So an option. If this is too much for the arms, you can bring your hands down on your hips. You can also turn on the back heels so that the heels are up and you're on your toes and the ball of that foot, the back foot. So this is an option for warrior one for beginners. And as you feel more comfortable, then you would raise your arms. You can always come back to the prior pose for a bit of a rest. Just listen to your body and do what's right for you. You can even have a shorter stance if you need it to be less challenging. So don't have such a big stance. Bring the feet a little bit closer together. And then if it's just not enough for you, not enough challenge, then take the stance wider until you feel challenged, until it feels right for you. So in my yoga practice, and when I guide yoga, I tell you, don't do anything that feels way too hard. Like if it's too hard, back off. And if it feels too easy, make it a little bit more challenging. Take the middle path. So we're toning our front thigh here. The knee is staying over the ankle. The arches are lifting. The heart is forward. Shoulders are square with the front of the mat. If you need a break, you're always welcome to straighten the front leg for a breath and maybe come back. So just listen to your body, do what's right for you. Exhale the hands to heart center. We're going to turn on those back toes and step up and shake it out. Good job. Shaking it out. So we're going to tone that other thigh there. Alrighty. Inhaling arms up. Exhale hands back to heart center. We're going to step back with the left foot. So planting that left heel down. Heels are on railroad tracks here. Whew. Bringing arms up as we move into this warrior one. So this is likely the peak pose of our practice because it is so challenging, but we've been warming up, we've been stretching, we've been breathing. And then we'll begin to take it down to the ground and loosen up hips and loosen up the muscles we've been tightening here in just a moment. So we're doing good. So again, for beginners, or if this is too much, you're welcome to bring your hands down, maybe turn on those back toes, maybe step up. Good. Or if you want more of a challenge, you take a wider stance. Just do what's right for you today. You're pressing on the outside edge of that back foot. The knee doesn't go over the toes. And when you look down at your big toe, you should be able to see it on the inside of the front knee. Good. Gaze is forward. You're doing great. One more breath here. And then on your next exhale, we'll bring hands to heart center. We're gonna turn on those back toes, shift your weight forward, kick off the back foot, and then stretch that out. Good job. All right, well, that was awesome. That was a good job. All right, so we're gonna get into our forward folds here. So nice wide stance here with the feet. The legs are straight. You can have your toes slightly angled out to the side as long as they're pointed in the same direction as your knees. Hands are at your hips. On your next exhale, we'll begin to bring the heart forward, keeping the back flat and coming down, stretching the backs of the hamstrings, maybe bringing palms down to the floor or to blocks. Maybe grabbing ankles if that's available to you today. Arches are lifting here. Just only doing what's right for you in your practice today. Walking the hands over to the left. They don't have to go all the way to the feet, just toward that direction. And then walking the hands over to the right, and you're still welcome to use blocks here. And if it's too much, come out of it just a little bit. If it's not enough, maybe heel toe the feet apart a little bit more. Walking the hands back to center, and then heel toeing the feet together just a little bit, bringing the hands to the hips. Rolling shoulders back and down. On your next exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the buttocks, come all the way up, tightening the tummy, and then rolling shoulders, yeah. All right, we're gonna send the left hand down the leg, inhale the right arm up. So stretching, breathing into the right side ribs. Exhale, bring the right arm down, left arm up overhead and over. On your next exhale, release down. All right. Heel toe those feet together, and then just take some nice gentle movement, something that feels good for you, maybe twisting the spine. Good. All right, and we're gonna make our way down to the floor. So maybe grabbing a strap. We may use it here in just a moment. Maybe having a block nearby. And then rolling on down. All right, hugging these into the chest. So we're gonna separate the knees apart here, good. Sending the soles of the feet to the sky. And then you can grab the ankles or just support, stabilize your legs with your hands by holding in these areas. Or you can grab the inside arch, the outside on the outer edges of the foot, or hook your peace fingers around your big toe. So this is happy baby pose. I think this is one of my clients' favorite poses that I've heard. They're always like, I love this pose. And just notice the tailbone and the sacrum may want to start to peel away from the mat. So you want to keep that pressed down. Shoulder blades may want to start to come up. You want to keep those also pressed down. And breathing. Bringing the knees together, hugging them into the chest, making circles with the knees. Good. And circling the other way. And then bringing the knees away from the body, placing the soles of the feet on the floor, maybe one at a time, just do what's right for you. And grab your block. We're gonna have it here, ready to slide underneath the hips. Not just yet, we're gonna place our hands down by our sides, reaching our fingertips toward our heels, pressing the heels into the floor, and as you exhale, raise your hips up to the sky, and then slide that block underneath the back of the sacrum. So it'll be the back of the pelvic bones, the hip bones will be balanced on that block, or not balanced, but supported on the block. And then you can rest here. Resting nice. Oh. Sorry. And breathing. So if you were like me today and worked at a computer most of the day, hunched over, sitting down, this may feel really nice. Maybe you walk your feet out to the outer edges of the mat and then let your knees fall inward. Not fall, but relax inward so that you feel that you're able to completely relax here and that you're not having to hold your legs up. They can just rest. And take your awareness to your lower abdomen and notice the gentle rise and fall of the belly. And remember your intention for your practice. Your intention should be said in the present tense, whatever it is. Breathing. Whenever you're ready, you'll heel-toe the feet together until your heels are underneath your knees. Deep breath here, and then exhale, press your heels into the floor, let your hips raise up just off of the block enough so you can take it out, and then slowly lower down. You're doing great. Good. Extending the left leg long, draw the right knee in toward the chest, and then begin to make circles with that right knee. And then circling the other way. Yeah, oh, thank you. Placing the right leg down, hugging the left leg in, extending the right leg long. So just switching legs, beginning to circle that left knee. And then circling the other direction. Oh, man, wowee. I'm like, is it because I used to run that it like hurts, or is it just that I'm getting older? I don't know. All right, we're gonna grab the strap. If you have one, if you don't, feel free to grab any type of alternative, a blanket, a belt, some suspenders. Well, suspenders may not work. They're kind of stretchy, aren't they? A jump rope. We're going to take that strap around the ball of our left foot. And here we want to keep both of our feet flexed. Take the strap into the right hand and go ahead and glide your left hand, reaching up as far as you can on your left leg, gliding that left hand down. Did I say left both times? I hope so. If not, that's okay. And this is just encouraging the lymphatic system to move. Getting rid of cellulite. Yay. Keeping both feet flexed. All right, and then taking your left hand and then placing it on the side like a T, or having the cactus arm, and then drawing your left foot across the body toward the screen. And you can let your right foot just roll out to the side, still keeping both feet flexed. And then take your gaze away from the screen. Oh, it feels amazing. It's kind of like Princess Bride. As you wish. Oh, my dear sweet Wesley. Good movie. So feel your left shoulder on the mat, the left shoulder blade reaching toward the mat. And exhaling your left foot up to the sky, and then Those right toes will be pointed up toward the sky too, and then we're going to switch the strap to the other foot. So you can do it up in the air, or you can change down by the mat. Yeah, good. All right. I'm going to have to move my mic box. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here on the other side. So we're going to grab the strap with the left hand. So opposite hand, whatever leg is up. And then you're going to take the same hand, so right leg, right arm. We're just going to glide that hand down. Not pushing hard, nothing like that. Just a nice, easy gliding, gentle. Encouraging the lymphatic system to go ahead and move just a little bit here. All right, and when you're ready, you'll place your right hand out by your side like a T, or maybe cactus arm here, keeping both feet flexed. And if you start to feel numbness or tingling come out of it just a little bit, if the hip feels like too much pressure, you might be pulling too hard with this. I've definitely experienced that in a class before, so just easy middle path here. Draw the right foot across the body. Yeah, it's okay. I'm doing good. I'm okay. And then let the left toes fall out to the side of that left foot. The extended foot out is out on its edge, on its external edge. That's not the way to say it. On the outside edge, that's what I meant to say. Outside edge of the foot. So notice as you draw your foot over, does your right shoulder want to come up? So see if you can keep your right shoulder down and then only take your leg across just as far as you feel comfortable without the shoulder coming off of the floor. Doing good. My dogs are wanting to play. When you're ready, you'll bring the right foot back up to the sky, and we'll go ahead and remove the strap, placing it to the side. All right. Stretching the body out. Good. If there's any other pose you'd like to take today, go ahead and do that. Maybe you want to put the soles of your feet together and let your knees flop out or fall out naturally to the sides. Maybe you want to drop both knees we'll keep knees together and then drop them both to one side. And then the other, and then you'll take your gaze the opposite direction of your knees. Anything else that you'd like to do, go ahead and take that now. Or if you'd like, you can go grab a bolster and maybe a blanket. And if you don't have a bolster, you can use a pillow. I'm going to go ahead and just roll up this blanket so it can be a little tiny bolster for underneath my knees. Yeah. So if you have any like arching in your low back, go ahead and place something underneath your knees for support. It'll help reduce that arching. And then let your heels be about shoulder width apart with your toes just melting out to the sides. Your hands can be either on your lower abdomen or they can be out to your side. Now, if they're out to your sides, tuck your shoulder blades under the ribs and then let your hands come out nice and wide. And then your gaze is up. Flying on your back is not comfortable. It's okay. You can lie on your side or you can sit up. Take in a deep inhale here. And we're going to sigh that breath out. And just notice how the body responds to that type of breathing. And let's do that again. Deep breath and exhale out the mouth. Creating that Darth Vader sound, an HA. One more time here, just because it's so nice. Exhale out. And just notice how the body begins to feel heavy. Close the eyes. Maybe you cover your eyes with a blanket, an eye pillow, sleeve of your jacket, the strap. And begin to drop into stillness. Let the mind settle down, and as you start to think about things, bring your awareness back to your breath and let your mind drop into a meditative state for the next few moments. Beginning to come out of this, wiggling fingers and toes. Being welcomed back into the room, maybe with your loving pets walking all over you. Taking some gentle stretches, bending the knees up, rolling over to your side. Maybe cradling the head with the bottom arm. And pressing the top hand. When you're ready, on your next exhale, if that's the right time, pressing all the way up to seated. Nice, easy seated pose. All right. Hello. Man, back to earth here. Thank you for your practice and for your time. The divine light and the divine grace that is in me recognizes and so appreciates the divine light and grace that is absolutely and positively in you. Namaste. Oh, I think I'm gonna sleep super well tonight. Yeah, I need to figure out how I can respond to, well, I guess I can just say, hey, what's up, RMM? I'm like super zen right now. I hope you are too. I hope that was a good practice for you. All right. Join me for my next practice tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time on Twitch. You can visit me on my website, my blog, graceyoga.net. But Twitch stream is at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Guinevere, my dog. At twitch.com/Grace Yoga. Hey, you want to sit down here? I think she's wanting to cuddle. So yeah, I'm here for questions. If you have any questions, namaste. I know, I was like, I was so relaxed after that practice. I guess it was more challenging enough. I've noticed that my heart rate is a lot lower now in my sleep, or when I sleep. It's dropped quite a bit since I've been doing these evening practices. So, all right. So I'm so glad that you're here, or came, or stopped by, or dropped in. If this was your first yoga practice with me, on Monday nights I do, and you're a beginner, I have a beginner-based chat. Or if you're at any stage in your yoga journey and just have questions or just want to talk about yoga, you can stop by. On Monday evenings at 7, all my classes are 7 Central time. 7 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every week. And thank you, Liz G. It was nice for you to stop by. I really appreciate you very much. It was great to have you. And yeah, so it's just here. Wednesday's the only night I do it on YouTube. The other nights I have it on Twitch. And it's really nice to have all of you here and have your comments here as well. So. Well, I made tortillas tonight from scratch, so that was fun. And my nephew also helped roll the little tortilla balls, and we had to call my dad and ask what they were called in Spanish, and he said testales. So that's what they're called. They're really called testales. So we made them, and it was really good. They were really good. We had tacos tonight. It was good. So I should let you all get going, because maybe you haven't had dinner and need to get your dinner on. So I'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Guinevere knows it's time to go too. Take care.